Good morning, this is John Piper with the pre-trading weekend video clip. It's Saturday the 26th of February and we're looking here at a chart of the Dow daily. I'm going to go through this very quickly. We've got these 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The throw over here, which I was talking about before it happened. Then the pullback. So this makes this a false break, which is what I've been expecting. We've then got the first move down. Hasn't quite tested the lower parameter. And now we're bouncing up. Now the key question is, are we going to retest this level here? So, i.e. the upper parameter. So let's have a look at the shorter term chart to see if we get an answer to that question. Just say that I've had a few problems with audio in these recordings recently. I think I may have solved that. Hopefully the audio quality is a lot better today. Certainly on the test clip I did, it certainly was. So I hope you find the same thing. Please give me feedback, by the way. It's always good to get. I do get feedback, but the more the better. Anyway, 10-minute charts. Let's have a look at this pattern here. Peak came in on expiry. Thank you. We rallied into the close on Friday. The expiry takes place at the open, but I would say plus or minus 2 days. Markets are rarely exact. They are, of course, occasionally exact, but not that frequently. And we've got 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. I think that's the best count now. I think that this rally here is some kind of 2-wave, and it may well fall back a bit maybe on Monday, and then a bit more upside. The trend line we're looking at is around here somewhere, so around 12,300. Whether we'll get that far, I don't know. It is possible, I guess. I mean, this is a wave A, this one here, then a wave B, and then a wave C is certainly on the cards here. So again, there's a good case we've peaked. Before I give the general sell signal, what I'll be doing is looking to see how this rally develops, and then see if we see a failure here, and I guess a break below support. It depends on the pattern, really. It depends on what we get. Anyway, it's looking good for a good short on the Dow this week. So let's have a look at FTSE now. The pattern on FTSE is not so clear. We saw quite a nice spike on Monday. We then saw an A, and it looks like an ABC at this point in time. Certainly with this rally coming in, as it has, okay, there's a bit of a gap yesterday. The market was disrupted through some technicalities for a fair part of the day, and it actually went back to 6,000. So we're 50% short on FTSE. I'm looking to increase that, and I did fail to send out an SMS, mainly because the signal came in at 2 in the morning. At least I sent the signal out at 2 in the morning. I didn't want to alert people at 2 in the morning. So apologies to those who actually wanted an SMS. I thought the email in the morning, arrived at 2 o'clock. I thought it would have been okay, but I can understand people want the SMS as well. And that's a lesson I've now learned. So FTSE not looking so clear. In fact, it's as I say, there's an ABC really rather than an impulsive decline. Which is different from the DAX. The DAX actually is quite curious. Let's have a look at the DAX now. I'd say curious, probably the wrong word, but again, we saw this peak came Monday morning, so again, the day after expiry. We then saw a 1, then a 2, and then a nice 3 with acceleration gap at that point. The gap has now been filled, so that may well be a 4, and a 5 here would just complete the pattern. So different from the Dow. It looks on here we could see some sell-off Monday morning, and then a rally. I mean, it's possible it could time with the Dow. The Dow could see a B wave to retest the low, so that B wave could correspond with this 5th wave on the DAX, and then a low, and then a rally into which you want to go short, which is of course the key thing. So, summarize, next week, I think we're going to see some good shorting opportunities. I think the market will possibly see new lows. So certainly on the DAX, looks like a new low is due. But possibly a more positive week into which you want to go short, which of course would be ideal for our purposes. And if we test that trend line on the Dow, that would be, well, it depends on what happens, but a retest of the trend line, and then a sell-off would be a great opportunity to go short. Let's look at gold now. No change of opinion on gold. Looks to me like we're going to go higher. Seen a clear ABC, and as long as governments try to pump the economy full of cash, gold will be a good bet. Having said that, once interest rates start to rise, it will become less of a good bet, And it's you know, it's still possible that there's too many people in gold. So at the moment it looks good. But you know, as inflation starts to raise its ugly head, pretty much an inevitable consequence of all this cash that's pumped in, I would expect gold to start losing its luster. But we're not there yet, I don't think. Right, pound dollar. Well, pound dollar seems to have fallen asleep really. We've just been drifting sideways the whole of February, in fact, between very narrow range. It still looks like we're going to see a high above there. It could be a fifth wave, could lead to a bit of a sell-off. I'm still looking for 170. It's just taking its time starting to develop a move, which currencies do tend to do. They tend to be a lot slower than equity markets, I find. So still looking positive, but nothing much happening at the moment. Okay, that's all for now. I hope some of you will be joining us for the webinar starting at 11 AM your time and 6 PM our time in Chiang Mai. I hope you enjoyed the video clip. Could be a good week next week, interesting week. Well, have a great